Question 3 of the TalentQ Korn Ferry Elements Logical Practice Test. Pause the video and have a go at answering this question. When you're ready, press play again and I will go through my worked solutions with you. I hope you've had a go. Now, when looking at our sequence, there are a few patterns and rules that we can derive for us in order for us to solve this problem. Now, the first pattern that you should recognize would be that if you look at each individual sequence, you can see that we either have a left pointing arrow or right pointing arrow. If we look at our sequence, we can see either all four are left pointing or right pointing, meaning either all four are the same, or either 1 and 3 and 2 and 4 are the same. What I mean by that is either all four arrows are the same, like this one, like this one, this one, and this one, and this one, or the first and third arrow are the same, like this, first and third, and the second and fourth arrow are the same, like this one, second and fourth. Likewise, first and third are the same here, and second and fourth arrow are the same here. So if we discover this pattern early on, what that would allow us to do would be to eliminate all of these options here and only focus on these three, because this one, and this one, they're the only three that fit into this rule here. If, for example, if you look at this alternative option here, we can see that the first three are pointing in one direction, and then the fourth one is pointing in the other direction. For this one, 1 and 2 are pointing in the same direction, and 3 and 4 is pointing in the other direction. So 1 and 2 is the same, and 2 and 4 is the same. These two don't fit into this pattern. We need either all four to be the same, like this, or we need 1 and 3 and 2 and 4 to be the same, like this one. So we can eliminate all of these options, and we only have to focus on this one here, and these two here. As a side point, I'd like to mention that a lot of times students aren't able to discover this pattern straight away just by looking at this table. But what does help them is when you look at the alternative sequences, you realize, hang on a minute, this is going 3 this way and 1 that way. That's different to what we've got here, and that helps you to discover these patterns, and it makes it a little bit easier. So a tip that I want to give is when you are faced with these kind of problems, and if you can't discover a pattern straight away, look at the alternative options, and that will help you to discover potential patterns or sequences. Okay, now lastly, like the previous questions 1 and 2, we have to look at our sequence in terms of columns. Now, if we look at this column here, we can see we've got 4 plus 1, 2, we've got 6 right pointing arrows, and also 6 left pointing arrows, 4, 5, 6, 4, 5, 6. Likewise, for this column, we have 6 left pointing arrows and 6 right pointing arrows. Therefore, we can see that our sequence is 6 left, 6 right, 6 left, 6 right. So this one would also have to be 6 left and 6 right. So whatever missing shape we have here, we know when you add up all the left pointing arrows and the right pointing arrows, we need to have a total of 6 left pointing arrows and 6 right pointing arrows. So that means we know this shape here would not fit into the sequence here, because if we add 4 right pointing arrows here, we've already got 4 right pointing arrows, and that's going to give us a total of 8 right pointing arrows. Likewise, if you put this sequence in here, we're going to have 4 left pointing arrows and 4 left pointing arrows here. That would give us a total of 8 left pointing arrows, and we don't want 8 left pointing arrows, we want 6 left pointing arrows. So our only alternative option that would fit into our sequence is this shape here. 1, 2, 2 left pointing arrows and 1, 2, 2 right pointing arrows, giving us a total of 6 left pointing arrows, 6 right pointing arrows when you add up these arrows here. I hope this video has helped you. If you do have any questions, feel free to let me know in the comments below. If this video has helped you in any way, do give us a like and subscribe.